Lost everything. So Aberdeen Muslim is basically finished. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to an Aberdeen Muslim video. Today's a different video today where we want to touch base and tell you the current updates and tell you the new people we've introduced into Aberdeen Muslim. So you all probably know who I am. I am Sufyan. I am the chairman of Aberdeen Muslim and the longest serving volunteer of Aberdeen Muslim. I am joined with our new member and co-host of the Aberdeen Muslim podcast. It's Muhammad Amin.
MashaAllah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So this is actually a new segment known as the Brothers Circle. I think that's what we decided to call it, the Brothers Circle. And it's literally in the name, it's just a circle of brothers just chatting about topics, inshallah. And today's topic, we're going to be telling you guys a little bit of a story of what went down a few days ago. Do you want to let the viewers know what's been happening?
We've lost everything. So Aberdeen Muslim is basically finished. So as you may have known, is for last year we've been, alhamdulillah, we have grown our social media presence where not even a month ago we were on less than 100 subscribers. Now at current of this recording we are 172 or 73 followers on YouTube, and TikTok's blowing off, YouTube Shorts blowing off.
230 something on TikTok, I think.
And the likes just keep going, which is really great. And then me and Muhammad, we've known each other since we were little. And then, you've been coming to the mosque quite often for Dhuhr. And then we got speaking, and I've told you this kind of stuff what we're doing in Aberdeen Muslim, and you were eager to do it, and we joined in.
Yeah, basically, Sufyan asked me, do you want to help me up the social media game? And I came through, basically. Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Yeah, so just really doing the YouTube shorts and the TikTok videos. But I think what we want to do and progress more in is doing these long form content, doing podcasts. So inshallah, we'll try our best to start pumping more of these out. But yeah, you've not talked about
So basically what happened was, so for the last 1 year, we've been ramping up our production where I don't want to brag about most of the equipment we all see here. The two cinema cameras we bought. It was actually I bought the microphones we bought, and then this Rhodes that we kind of use it now is bought by Muhammad. So most of the stuff, even this band, is bought by me. Most of the stuff is bought by me with the Mac, the editing software, is everything bought by me to fund these kind of projects. There's a lot of need for a lot of people asking a lot of more dawah questions. I thought, you know what, I really want this because alhamdulillah we have a massive big Facebook followers, 11,000 followers and just on Facebook, and I thought, you know what, let's get it done. The charity's not going to have this kind of money, let me just pay out my own pocket and just do it. So what happened was, the MacBook didn't have, I use a MacBook Pro to edit all the videos and do all the admin side of Aberdeen Muslim. So what happened was we had a hard drive that stored all our footage, all our keys for the plugins, Final Cut, and everything was on that hard drive. And we were going to invest after. So basically what we did was, we already bought this cameras and all of that. So the next plan was for us to buy a NAS system. But what happened was, before, when we could buy the NAS system, that was our next purchase, our hard drive corrupted, where it started clicking. And for anyone who's a nerd, when it starts clicking, you know it's basically finished. You've lost it. So we have, at the moment, it's not looking good because we've got quotes of minimum of 400 to a couple of grand to get the footage off. And the problem is, as I do mainly all the editing and filming for Aberdeen Muslims, we've got so much unreleased footage that I was working on. We've got like some podcasts, some youth events that we did, a 3-day youth event with Amic we did, or the events I went to, Eid in the Terrace, a lot of things, unreleased Ramadan stuff I had planned to post. We're also going to start a Patreon, so like behind the scenes stuff, so everything's been lost at the moment. So I'm considering, should we just cut our losses and not pay this kind of money and go there? So that's one thing we'll be discussing about, and that's what's been struggling a lot.
We don't really know what the best way forward is, but that's not going to stop us. We're still going to do what we want to do. We're still going to push on, carry on, inshallah, get more podcasts out. We've got another drive. We're going to start putting more content out, inshallah. Whatever's in the past, if we can retrieve it, inshallah, we'll retrieve it. If we're not able to retrieve it, then it's Allah's will. Allah wanted it to happen, but we're not going to stop there. We're not going to let that hinder us. Because if we just stop there, then we're the ones that are keeping this project back, and we really want this to thrive by the will of Allah, inshallah.
So what we're doing, one of the key things I'm asking is people if you could kindly donate. And a lot of people are saying that Aberdeen Muslims must make a lot of money because you see that.
Really?
Bro, I could understand from outside looking. You're looking at a £2,000 MacBook.
Yeah.
You're looking at two up at top of the line, not top of the line, like two cinema line cameras from Sony with all the cages, all the lights, audio on the whole bag there, and the managers. I'm like, well, most of this stuff is paid by me, but at the since this whole corruption of thing, when I saw the
It's throwing you off a bit.
Throwing me off because I was like, I can't keep, spending my, something that I have my own life. I can't keep spending my own money on avenues because at the moment it's been very hard because we also got FoodBox project where alhamdulillah it's funded by someone else, and we've got people who donate through our Just Giving for FoodBox Kenya, and we're also trying to do stuff. Yeah, we do. So that's another part of Aberdeen Muslim that takes up more of my time as well. We're also planning to do stuff with Palestine, but again, since the media's been popping off a lot, I've been trying to juggle around FoodBox and Aberdeen Muslims.
MashaAllah. So yeah, basically we want you, if you can, I don't know if I could do the graphics without any of my plugins, but I'll try. Probably be on the screen somewhere, or definitely be in the description, but also please down
donate
below
to
in
us.
the descriptions, please donate, inshallah. We'll put whatever links we can, details for bank details, sending money, inshallah. So please, as generous as you can, inshallah. It's not for us, it's not for our personal lives, it's for the project of Aberdeen Muslims, inshallah. We want to be one of the biggest information centers. We want to be one of the biggest da'wah channels, inshallah, online. We want to give back to the community, give back to the wider audience of the world, inshallah.
So alhamdulillah, we have a big project that we're working on.
How much are we going to say?
So there's a massive project we're working on. Lucky we didn't start with the hard drive corrupted. There's a big project that will take.
Should we just give a very quick mention?
I'll let you speak up because I might say something.
So somebody commented on one of our videos saying, why don't you do a video on life in Aberdeen? Because they're thinking of moving here. And yes, that comment was a number of weeks ago, and we're not going to get a video out very quickly, but inshallah we're planning. I don't know.
It's a documentary, so basically a documentary style where it's going to be a bigger high production than what we're doing.
Inshallah, yeah.
It's almost going to be a documentary. I won't say Netflix style, but
as big as we can go, inshallah.
Big as,
but yeah, there's still a lot of work to be done in that.
At the moment, that's been a setback just because of the whole. We've lost everything, and that's a big. As you can know, we're a non-profit charity, so we don't make any money, and all the money is funded from our own pockets or people who are willing to donate to our bank account. That transfers the money, and we've been doing that. But since people have been sending money, I've never used that money. So all the time we have a decent amount of money on the bank account.
Yeah.
Nothing really exciting, but as I saw the money in the bank account, I didn't really want to use it just because I wanted to keep it for a rainy day fund. I think at the moment I have to use that money now.
MashaAllah. I actually wanted to segue away from this, and I wanted to ask Sufyan a question. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
How did you initially get into Aberdeen Muslims, and why did you join?
Funny enough, I joined in Aberdeen Muslim probably before it was established actually. I probably joined when it was probably a few days old or just before it got launched by our original three founders were Shumon Hawk, Mamoon Razak and Maruf Razak.
Oh, so it was the three of them?
There was a few of them who actually founded it, and then it was more of a community thing. It was not a charity. It was a community thing. The Muslim was more
right. Is that like I've seen the news clippings and stuff like that?
Yeah, it was like a community thing that people who were our age back then they did it.
Yeah.
And they would just all get around. It was just more of a name or group name they did.
Yeah.
It's called Aberdeen and I don't think they saw how big it would get, alhamdulillah. I think it was just a community thing they built. And then as I was still in college, because we used to do a lot of Eid in the beach. No, not Eid in the beach, Eid in the terrace, Eid in the garden,
Yeah.
back in the day. So if you're from Aberdeen, you probably know there was always like events going on. And Aberdeen Muslim was actually the people who would actually do it. So I would always volunteer for these stuff. And then, what happened was I was always eager to volunteer. As I was a young kid, I would always play games or I would go
How old
outside
were
before
you? Like 16, 17 or younger?
Probably 17 because I got into college quite early.
Right, yeah.
I got into college quite early. I went straight from school to college. So it was roughly around third year when I joined, roughly. So this is probably around about 2012 or 2013.
Yeah, because I'm sure they started officially 2013.
Yes,
12 or
Aberdeen
13?
Muslim is 12 years old at the moment.
13,
12,
okay.
so it has to be 2012 or 13.
Right, roughly.
Because I know Aberdeen Muslim was probably a thing before then, but it wasn't as
The official charity.
officially, not officially registered, but it wasn't officially known,
more of an
or was it?
informal thing.
It was like informal. It was like more of a group thing. Then I think when eating the garden happened, I think it just got bigger and bigger through that.
Yeah.
And then I just wanted from there. Then we launched FoodBox in 2016, 15, one of them two. Because I know this year's 9 years anniversary for FoodBox. Next year will be 10 years.
Right,
But technically, officially started around about 2016, I believe. But unofficially, it was like 2015. So we did that. So I was the first people who did that. That's when it started popping up quite a lot.
So you've really been involved for a long time.
I've done a lot of things. And after that, I just snowballed where we had a lot of volunteers in and out. But I was, me, Mamoon, Maroof, and Shumon were always the core, you wouldn't say the core volunteers of it.
Yeah.
And then stuff's changed. People get older. People get married. People have get married, have kids, and they want to relax in life. So the decision was where in 2021, the core founders, Mamoon and Maroof and Mamoon, resigned.
Okay.
They resigned from their positions, and the charity got moved into as a registered charity.
So is that when it was first officially registered?
First registered,
Right.
and then it was idling. It was in a state of limbo for probably a few years, we're not doing anything with the charity, and then it came to the decision where the last founder of Shumon was resigned. So
When did he resign?
he resigned 2023.
Okay.
So he officially resigned 2023, and then I took position, and I took position, and I was automatically a chairman from there.
Who else was in the charity still at that point?
No one. It was two other people, but they decided they want to keep it anonymous. They're the type of people to say nothing. So they both all resigned, and so in 2023 I was the last standing man out of everyone, and then technically I was automatically appointed the chairman.
Yeah, because there's nobody else in the
I
charity.
didn't want to be the chairman anyway. I kind of got forced to do it, because I wanted to get other people, and like, no, you do it, you be longer. So kind of in a way I was forced to be a chairman, appointed.
Alhamdulillah, it's good because you're doing different things than they would have done.
So at the moment, so fast forward to, let's say, 2 years since I've become the chairman of Aberdeen Muslim, we are now a big staple of the community, where I feel like I'm bringing back the old glory days of Aberdeen Muslim, where it's a big name now, and I want to make it bigger.
Yeah, those things are in the future, inshallah.
So we have big plans, and
I found it funny how you were saying, obviously they have their own reasons for whatever they want to. They resigned, but you mentioned that having kids and this and that. Mashallah, I've got 2 young kids, and I'm joining, so it's all right. It's a bit difficult at times, but I enjoy doing this kind of stuff, and I really want to see the platform grow, inshallah. If any of you have seen the most recent podcast that we did is myself and brother George Ralston from Airdrie, I believe he's from Airdrie. Yeah. And I really enjoyed doing that podcast, taking a leaf out of the book from First Pillar and Towards Eternity, if any of you guys have ever watched their YouTube channels. If you haven't, I would recommend First Pillar, American-based YouTube channel where it's a revert brother who basically brings other reverts on. It's exclusively to do with this, and he gets them to talk about their life stories, and there's so many gems in the videos that you'll see. And then Towards Eternity are, I don't know if you've ever seen their Turkish-based channel. They speak English, but they also bring revert brothers and sisters on. But they do other kind of videos. I don't know if you've seen, they did an AI video recently, where basically they were asking AI to show them what does hell look like. It was crazy. Yeah.
I find to add on the point of when you took a leaf out of their book. Funny thing is the reason that's another reason why they, because I watched it called the Blood Brothers podcast. I more took a leaf out of the book from one First Pillar, Blood Brothers podcast, and the on and off Ali Dawas and Zishan and Muhammad Hijab's podcast.
Yeah,
and I was like, you know what? I can talk for Aberdeen. We all know I could talk for Aberdeen, and I think there's a lot of interesting stories from everyone in Aberdeen, and there's nothing in like forget Aberdeen. There's nothing in Scotland that does this. There's a lot in England, but I thought we've got a big following. I was like, let me try to do something. If it doesn't work and it flops, I've tried, and guess what? I've tried it for the last 2 months, and it shows that it worked. There's a market for it, and it's really great. So one of my fears were we were only going to be locally known, but alhamdulillah, since you've joined, we're getting a good following. That not just Aberdeen people, we're getting people from abroad.
Oh, how we would wish to have so many videos backed up just so we could upload them. I don't think anyone realized how hard it is to do all of this stuff. I mean, I've been helping out for just over a month. I think I joined just before Eid.
Yes.
That's when I did the first short, just before Eid. And the amount of videos that we've put out in terms of shorts and the recording that we did George's podcast, and we're doing this one now, and obviously there's more to do.
We've got podcasts. We've got 2 more podcasts lined up.
Yeah, we've got more. We've got some interesting ones. Make dua, inshallah. Hopefully they go ahead. But yeah, seeing the numbers climb up 1 subscriber a day or 2 subscribers a day, or some days there's no subscribers.
And then all of a sudden it just goes up by 10.
Yeah, sometimes, it just means everything, because it shows that, people are interested in the content. People want to see what we're putting out there. So inshallah, we'll endeavor to keep on giving back to the community, inshallah. Yeah, currently we're at the point where we have less subscribers than we have people actually watching the videos.
We actually have more more people watching.
We have more viewers than we have subscribers, but inshallah, we'll just up the scales, inshallah.
Which is amazing, because the comments we get, because you guys think writing a comment means nothing. You writing a comment, it actually means a lot, because we see it, and it actually gives us, a bit of, not, I won't say pride, but a bit of joy. Like, you guys are actually watching the videos, telling us, giving us pointers, or giving us compliments, or telling us, oh, I'd love to see this, because you guys commenting below helps us and knows what you want. Because the brother who messages about he wants to know what's life in Aberdeen made us the idea of we're going to do a documentary about it and all that stuff. So if you got any suggestions or any ideas, drop it below, and we'll speak on it, because again, ideas means a lot, because we always look for new ideas, new things we want to do.
It's not just that it helps us come up with new ideas, or it gives us more drive. It helps the algorithm as well. So if you're watching this video right now, make sure if you haven't already, like, subscribe, share, and also leave a comment or 2, because this will help the algorithm. More people will see the video, inshallah. It will be spread around, and this can be sadaqah jariyah, not just for us, for you guys as well, inshallah.
I don't think I told you the story.
What's the story? Go on.
So basically, there was a brother called Brother Hamza now. Fraser. His name's Fraser, but he's called himself Hamza. He took a shahada in Amic.
How long ago was this?
Probably 2 months ago.
I think I've seen this video on.
So basically what happened was he messaged us talking about Islam, because he saw one of the shorts before you joined, just random shorts I posted on TikTok.
You're right.
And then as I had our link tree linked to our TikTok, he looked at Facebook. I don't know why he messaged Facebook, but he used Facebook to message us.
Yeah.
And because he wanted to learn about Islam a little bit.
Wow.
And then a few days, and he was chatting, and he took a shahada.
Wow.
And that's another thing. Another thing is, he saw a video online, and then he wanted to take a shahada. And that's what me and Muhammad decided, where we wanted to do this, and we knew it. And then, let's say we get thousands of views. Let's say we get thousands of views. If that one person actually changes his life,
Wow.
and we don't know about it, and then on the day of judgment, and Allah tells us, oh yeah, you know the video you posted, you maybe got 1,000 views, but that one person watched that video, and they changed their life from that video. Because the way I could explain is, when you listen to music, you feel something, right? And you feel some sort of way, and then you might, you ponder about something and lead to something. That's my idea. Someone would watch our shorts, or listen to Nasir be put in a short or something like that, and they would go, you know what, I think today's a day where I cut off the haram, I stop drinking, I stop my haram relationship. Or because maybe they're not messaging us, or maybe they saw our short and it led them on a good path.
SubhanAllah.
So that's my idea of, we could get zero, we could stay at 172 subscribers for the rest of our life, but if one person watches that video and we don't know, they change their life, that's more important. And these videos will outlast us. It will always be recirculating.
SubhanAllah. All those brothers and sisters that have accepted Islam recently, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept them, to forgive all their sins and grant them paradise, inshallah. If you're watching this right now and you're not a Muslim and you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, feel free to message on Facebook, or however you want to get a message through. Inshallah, we can have a chat with you, inshallah.
So one thing I want to talk about is, with Randy, we just came on one video. No one knows who you are, because knowing that I was doing a podcast, and then all of a sudden, some guy just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So for the people who don't know you, a little bit about yourself.
Inshallah. I'll just start by saying that the podcast that I did with George 3 weeks ago now, I don't remember when it was.
I think it was a month ago.
That was the first ever time I've been on camera in my life, on YouTube. My life, first ever time. I mean, back in the days, I think I used to do Instagram live with one of my friends, like just when COVID was popping off. But other than that, I've never been on a YouTube video, and that was my first time. And it was I did feel a bit weird being in front of a camera like that. But do you know what's funny? Right now, I'm just calm. I just feel like relaxed. So my name is Muhammad Amin. Born and brought up here. When I was 12, 13, I went to England to study in a Islamic seminary, and alhamdulillah, we studied the Quran, we studied Hadith and Fiqh when we were there. I was there for a while, and just around about 2019 I came back to Aberdeen, and ever since then I've just been working with family, trying to get involved in the community in my own capacity. Obviously everyone has their own capacity. Before getting married, I was able to give more to the community, and then since getting married and having kids, it's just been a bit of a tumble, so to speak. But alhamdulillah, actually, I need to thank you, Sufyan, because you've given me something that I can get involved in. And do you know what's actually amazing? I never used to come here for Jummah. I stopped coming for like a year because something happened. But then, because I've been coming, and now Imam asked me, can I do Jummah here as well? And he probably wouldn't have asked me if I wasn't coming regularly. I'm not even coming for Jummah regularly. I've only started now. But I come here for Dhuhr every day. Well, most days when I can, because I work nearby. But yeah, just since I came back to Aberdeen, I've just been trying to be involved in teaching, some sort of imam at work, not like full time, or I'm not employed as an imam or anything like that, but where I can, where I have the capacity, I just try to give back to the community. And this is what I love about Aberdeen Muslims. It's given me that opportunity to get involved and do things in a way which it's easier for me to do it. I'm more capable of doing it because, like for example, the videos, the shorts, I don't have to be out of the house, out and about doing that. Maybe for this podcast, I have to go somewhere and sit down and do it, but that's it. But yeah, it's not too much time out of my week or out of a few weeks or a month that I have to actually sit down somewhere and do something like this. But I love doing it, honestly. I feel like I'm a natural right now. I'm just happy about everything. And yeah, subhanallah. I had a question.
Yes.
What is your what is your vision? What is your long-term vision for Aberdeen Muslims?
So long-term vision is Aberdeen, I want to grow to a point where it's self-sustaining. Where
Inshallah.
I don't want.
We need your help.
Yeah, at the moment it's 100% reliant on me. At the moment,
Alhamdulillah.
which I don't mind. But again, I've got my own life. I'm not getting any younger, unfortunately. Best thing is I'm not married, so that's why I could spend most of my money. They said Aberdeen Muslim is my marriage life. That's why I spend all my money on there.
Should change the name to Aberdeen Muslim.
True, married. But no, I want Aberdeen Muslim to be self-sustaining.
Inshallah.
Where because we're looking, inshallah, we already get paid a little bit from Meta. We don't get paid much anymore just because of a lot of these. So basically, most of you probably saw the post I posted on Instagram and Facebook where we were mass reported by Israeli lobbyists.
Really?
Yes, we were.
I've not heard of this.
Oh, so basically, so, a quick tantrum is we were getting a lot of views, a lot of likes on our post.
Yeah.
And I don't like to make it political, but sometimes I'll post post about what's happening. And there was like probably a time, like probably a month ago or so, there was like a week where I was constantly only posting about Palestine. Every day was something happening, like how one of the founders, Ben from Ben and Jerry's, were saying Israel's doing this. I posted about that. Then I would post about what's happening about the Iran and all that war, and then how Israel just killed the three aid workers, one British, one Australian, and the whole world was silent about that. And I was like, how is the world silent about it? Israel just did a war crime. They've killed international aid workers who are not Palestinians, and the one that they bombed the ambulance. I was marked, and they said, oh, it's not what's marked, and the video came out saying it was marked, so you lied to everyone. So I posted stuff like these, and then all of a sudden I get emailed saying that Facebook has restricted all our monetization due to they won't describe what it is.
Yeah,
but
they're never going to be very.
They don't describe what they did describe. They said it is due to safety and harassment and all this stuff. I was like, and they say from this date to this date. I was like, oh, so basically my Palestinian posts.
Has the Facebook been shadow banned?
Yes. So now,
because I'm seeing how many followers are on Facebook, but how many views.
We don't get. We used to get. This is inside knowledge. We used to get 100,000 views a month on Facebook. You maybe think the money was amazing. It wasn't, but it was enough to keep alive Aberdeen Muslims to a point. It wasn't in 1,000. It wasn't in 100. It was enough to help about a little bit. But so now I probably make pennies.
Alhamdulillah. I mean, it's risk at the end of the day. Whatever Allah's waiting for us, that's what we're going to get.
So we don't do that. So basically, that's one of the goals for Aberdeen Muslims. We want to be self-sustained.
At the end of the day, whenever you're asking somebody for something, you have to keep it in mind that they might not always want to be there to give, because we're human beings. At the end of the day, we have our limits.
But yeah, it's just not. It's not to do with pride. It's more about I don't want to beg the community, because I kind of feel, for me, it's a little bit embarrassment. Even though it's not for me, I'm not begging for myself. It's begging for not begging. It's more asking for the charity. Like sometimes I feel a bit shy asking.
That's why we're relying on these guys.
Yeah, we're relying on, please donate down the but no, I feel a bit shy on it.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's got to points where I have asked people that I knew in the mosque saying, can you donate some money or do that? And some people have given, and some people have made me feel even more worse, saying, why does the charity, because you've got these expensive equipment, clearly China has money. I was like, it doesn't, it's me. I paid for all these stuff. But then another goal is I want to grow the team more. I want to grow where everyone, where I'm not doing everything by myself, or me and Muhammad are not doing everything by myself, or the other volunteers are not doing by themselves. I want to get people who are in the team who are solely focused on certain bits, like you're solely focused on doing the shorts. I want someone solely focused on doing the food box. Inshallah, like expanding, because we also got a connection to do Kenya as well. Not
Yes.
Kenya. I want to make Kenya where Kenya's looked after, like the Aberdeen's looked after. I want regular donations for that. We have a brother who just recently moved back to Nigeria. He wants to start one in Nigeria as well.
Mashallah.
I have a sister, Sister Sana, for Palestine. I want to do stuff like that.
Mashallah.
I want to do one back, ethnically back for Bangladesh, because we did a food box for Bangladesh, but it was once. But one thing about food box is I don't want to be food box to become a thing where it's only there once. I want, when food box comes to one part of the world, it's there permanently.
Inshallah.
I want that to happen. I don't want to be, we're here and then we're leaving. It's there for the next few conceivable future. That's basically just growing the team, getting more dawahs, getting more content out, having an office.
Inshallah.
So that's another thing we'll talk on, having a permanent home, because at the moment we are in a mosque or an office space that we have, but we want permanent. So there's a lot of things I want to do for Aberdeen Muslim, but I need the support from the community for that.
Inshallah. Well, mashallah, it's been a fun hour with Sufyan.
Yep.
We should maybe rename the podcast something else.
Sufyan's time.
Sufyan's time.
Or the chairman's time.
I think we're settled. Chairman's time. I think we're settled on Brother Circle.
But do you know I already have another Brother Circle recorded on the high drive? I legit have Amin on there. I'm telling you, I had a Brother Circle recorded.
This is supposed to be the outro, bro.
Yeah, kind of.
Just ignore that. You didn't hear that, guys. But yeah, inshallah, with the Brothers Circle, we want to bring more brothers on. It's just about convincing them to get into the seat. That's the main thing. And once they're convinced, inshallah, we can do more of these podcasts. Make dua for us, inshallah, guys. If you can, give a donation, please. Links are down below. And if we're able to get them on the screen, we'll try to, inshallah. And again, like, share, subscribe, and most of all, comment as well, because that helps the algorithm, inshallah. So inshallah, we will see you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.